Welcome to the hockey equivalent of carving legends out of granite, except instead of dynamite and chisels, we're using slap shots and Zamboni fuel. Today we're tackling one of the most iconic teams in NHL history, the Boston Bruins. A franchise so rich in history, it's basically hockey royalty. And with a legacy that goes back over a century, narrowing down the Bruins' Mount Rushmore to just 4 players is like trying to pick your favorite pasta at an Italian wedding. Impossible, but we're doing it anyway. We've got Bourque, the Iron Man with a slap shot so accurate it could thread a needle from the blue line. Phil Esposito, who scored goals like he had a cheat code. Bobby Orr, the human highlight reel who defied gravity and basically changed defensemen forever. And finally, who's the fourth face? That's the mystery. We'll leave you guessing for now. Don't worry, we'll get there faster than Brad Marchand on a breakaway. So grab your Bruins jersey, your cup of Dunkin', and maybe a cold one, because we're diving into the ultimate Boston Bruins history lesson. This is Mount Rushmore, Bruins style, where hockey gods become legends and legacies are carved in stone, or at least in YouTube pixels. Let's drop the puck. Our first face on the Bruins Mount Rushmore isn't just a Bruins legend, he's a hockey revolutionary. Bobby Orr didn't just play defense, he redefined it. Orr's speed, vision, and ability to control the game from the blue line transformed the role of the defenseman. Before Orr, defensemen were expected to stay at home and guard their own zone. Orr turned that tradition on its head, leading the league in scoring as a defenseman, something unheard of at the time. He won 8 consecutive Norris trophies as the league's best defenseman and took home 3 Hart trophies as league MVP. He led the Bruins to 2 Stanley Cup championships and forever changed the game. Inducted into the Hockey Hall of Fame at just 31 years old, Orr's legacy continues to inspire hockey players and fans alike, making him a true icon of the sport. If Bobby Orr redefined the defenseman's role, Bourque perfected it. Known for his unmatched consistency, Bourque was the heart and soul of the Bruins for over 2 decades. Bourque's career spanned 21 seasons, and during that time, he became the Bruins' all-time leader in points, assists, and games played. He was the very definition of durability and leadership. Though Bourque's championship moment came with the Avalanche, his legacy will always be tied to Boston. He was the ultimate Bruin, a player who gave everything he had to his team and his city. Phil Esposito wasn't just a great scorer, he was a force of nature. Acquired by the Bruins in one of the most lopsided trades in NHL history, Esposito quickly established himself as the league's premier goal scorer. Espo had a knack for being in the right place at the right time, and he wasn't afraid to get his hands dirty in front of the net. He led the NHL in goals for 6 straight seasons, shattering records along the way. In the 1970-71 season, Esposito scored an astounding 76 goals, a record that stood for over a decade. He won 5 Art Ross trophies as the league's leading scorer and was a key part of the Bruins' Stanley Cup victories in 1970 and 1972. Off the ice, Esposito's charisma and leadership made him a beloved figure in Boston and a hero across Canada. Now it's time for the big reveal, the mystery player who takes the 4th spot on our Boston Bruins Mount Rushmore. Before Orr, Bourque, and Esposito, there was Eddie Shore. Known as old-time hockey personified, Shore was the Bruins' first true superstar. Shore was as tough as they come. He played through injuries, fought with ferocity, and did whatever it took to win. But he wasn't just a bruiser, he was also one of the most skilled players of his era. Shore won 4 Hart trophies as league MVP, the most by any defenseman in NHL history. He led the Bruins to their first Stanley Cup championship in 1929 and set the standard for what it meant to be a Boston Bruin. The Boston Bruins, one of the NHL's original 6 teams, have a storied history dating back to their founding in 1924, making them the league's oldest American franchise. Legends like John Busick, a consistent scoring leader, and Cam Neely, the epitome of power forward dominance, defined eras of Bruins hockey. Goaltending greats such as Tiny Thompson, Frank Brimsek, and modern star Tuukka Rask anchored the team in net. Defensive stalwart Zdeno Chara captained the Bruins for over a decade, leading them to a Stanley Cup in 2011. While dynamic forwards like Brad Marchand, David Pastrnak, Rick Middleton, and two-way maestro Patrice Bergeron have thrilled fans with their skill and leadership. Together, these players embody the Bruins' tradition of grit, determination, and excellence on the ice. The Boston Bruins, founded in 1924, are one of the oldest and most storied franchises in the National Hockey League, NHL. As the first American team to join the league, they have played a pivotal role in shaping the history of professional hockey. Over the decades, the Bruins have built a legacy of toughness, skill, and passionate fan support, earning them 6 Stanley Cup championships with victories in 1929, 1939, 1941, 1970, 1972, and 2011. The team has seen legendary players like Bobby Orr, who revolutionized the game as a defenseman, as well as Ray Bourque, Phil Esposito, and more recently, Patrice Bergeron and Zdeno Chara. Known for their iconic black and gold colors and the roaring atmosphere of the TD Garden, the Bruins remain one of the NHL's most competitive and celebrated teams, embodying the spirit of their hard-working New England roots. There you have it, the Mount Rushmore of the Boston Bruins. 4 legendary players and 1 visionary founder who changed the course of hockey history. Thanks for tuning in to Sports Team History's Mount Rushmore of Boston Bruins. Did we get it right? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more hockey content.